Hey, buddy, the elf here. Today is Halloween. And we got Santa. Santa's coming. He's my friend. So, hey, if you want to see Santa Claus, get some candy. If we know you, you get a bowl of potato cheese soup or gumbo. This 67 bucks is going to be turned into a Norwal because I'm Buddy the Elf and you're Buddy the Elf. And Santa's coming. He's my friend. Peace.
Welcome to the Business Boys Talkin-Business show with your hosts, Brian Magleby and Tyler Price.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, that's a little spoof on for Tyler. I thought I'd start the show off with that. So anyway.
The decor got a little bit over the top. We had Santa Claus and his wife sitting there in a swing.
Had Candy Cane Lane going up there. Dude, you really threw some off there.
It was a good time.
Santa Claus on Halloween.
Yeah, we're going Star Wars theme next year, just so if anyone needs to put something on their calendar.
Wow, and you gave out soup, and man, you were
only if we knew you. You had to be like in our inner circle. We didn't give it out to just any.
Wow.
But it was a good time.
Halloween, and the holiday that I just don't understand it. So, but I'm one of the few out there.
Yeah, you just got to embrace it.
Yeah, the last thing you'll ever see me is putting on a costume like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, very good. That's kind of fun.
That's
one of 3 videos. Search up Tyler and you'll see the other 2 videos, what he was last night. So great. Welcome to Talkin-Business. We're excited, man. We showcase the guy that showcases us every single week.
That's a good time.
It is.
It isn't like you just push play and it goes. There's a little bit of skill set involved.
Wow, there's a lot of things that go on behind there, and we had our guest for this week actually moved to the next week. So last week I was like, oh, we don't have anybody, and he texted me and said, hey, I've got the technology that I can actually run the show from my phone. And he sent me a little example, and that we're going to see how it works. So Tyson Bolcom with NewLine Media, one of our sponsors for the show, and he's been doing it for like a year and a half. The guy's just been a trooper.
Great job.
And in carrying us, and will carry us into the so NewLine Media. Excited to have him on the show and for the work that he does for us each and every week. So let's talk about our last week we had
Katie Larson.
We like
Katie. She does cool stuff.
Keeps bringing on new things into her life.
She sees an opportunity and she goes and chases it.
Does.
She's going to do great things.
Great company, Revelware and K. McKee Fulfillment. So a fulfillment center. It's always needed here in this area. So it was a great show last week. Katie Larson. And let's just talk about our sponsors, and then we'll talk about the class that's starting up tomorrow. Man, that is going to be an exciting class. But hey, I'll just start it off. The SBD, Tyler says it's the best kept secret in Idaho. Your business needs this type of coaching, a call at the SBD. Look it up. IdahoSBDC.org. No cost consulting, and they do great work throughout the state of Idaho. The Idaho Innovation Center. Little plug. We've got. I did fill one of the offices, but I've still got a couple offices available. If your business needs an office, love to help you out.
Yeah, and that's comes with coaching as well, and a great little network there at the Idaho Innovation Center. So, how about BBSI?
Oh man, we just had lunch again with Troy Dean, the giant. And
Jeremy Hicks was there.
Jeremy had just absolutely great. If your company needs any HR work, man. BBSI is the only company you're looking into out there.
And really, from beginning to end, exit strategy, sales, you got a sales class that we're going to talk about briefly, and BBSI is helping to navigate that. So Volpine Marketing, Ryan Jost does a great job of keeping that website running and adding the content and getting us our information and everything.
And NewLine Media, so we appreciate the work he does producing the show each and every week. So let's talk about a class. We've got a class starting tomorrow that's the sales, systemizing sales for success. Here's a flyer on it. Everybody get out your phones and look up that QR code, because it doesn't matter what your business is, whether it sells a product or service, every business should be attending this. I go to this class. This is probably the 4th time I think that Jared's taught it. I go in and listen to the classes. I'll pop in and out. But I'll tell you, the thought that comes to my mind every week is every business should be here. You want to learn how to better close sales. How do you ask the right questions? How do you present? When is it that you're asking for the close? This a month-long class every Wednesday. They're going to adjust the dates a little bit. He's got to leave town, I think, on the 6th. But man, it is a great, great class. It's only $149, and it starts tomorrow. It's every Wednesday in the month of November. We'll be adjusting it a little bit because we've got to be out of town there, and then we're taking the week of Thanksgiving off, so we may run it into December. But absolutely a systemizing sales for success. If you want to increase sales in your business, you need to be in this class.
Yeah, and sales is just the lifeblood of any company. You want to solve your problem, get more sales. As long as your system is in place, yep. You want to have an increase in pay, get more sales. You want to attract the right people, get more sales. And I think people just look at sales as not a big deal. I'm a professional sales guy. It's all I've ever done. Graduated college with a worthless degree and got into sales, and I've been in sales and marketing ever since. I'm passionate about it. It's something that when done right, you excel. And it's not talking like little things.
Little tweaks.
That's
and
it.
Jared Oviatt is one of the business consultants at BBSI, and this guy knows what he's doing. My money back guarantee is on this class. If you don't get your value, I promise you'll get it worth the value in the first week of this class. That's how solid I am. If you don't, I'll give you a full refund. So $149, you can't go wrong. I promise the class is worth it. So,
and Jared's just another example of what BBSI has done in terms of attracting the right people. I mean, just super top
staff,
notch. Yep. He's been in coaching anyway. Super great guy and a lot of knowledge.
Yep, good. Well, we have, you got to pay attention. You might want to pull out your notepad and take some notes on today's class. We're going to ask, talk about some different things. But if you can answer the right question, all I know is that Tyson is going to blow us away at the end of the show.
It's a big deal.
With what he claims, and
I'm
I have
jumping
to agree
in on
with
this
it.
one.
Yeah, that he's going to give away a package at the end. So stay tuned to take notes. Take good notes.
Go.
Gotta watch it. So
yeah. Sorry, I just fell asleep there.
It is a little warm in here. I'm going to shed this jacket.
Nice.
Too, so I'm sweating. Like I won't even say. So anyway, we're going to watch a video here of about Tyson and his business, and then after that, we'll welcome Tyson Bolcom to the set. His own set.
The purest essence of what makes a business tick is sometimes fleeting. It's not always available to draw on demand. So if you can capture these things on video, you're capturing magic in a bottle. My name is Tyson, and I own NewLine Media. I really believe that the keystone to any successful business is the connection that business builds with the people that it serves. Traditionally, these attributes were all achieved through interpersonal communication. It came through authentic connection. Then the arena of the internet introduced a whole range of resources that expanded what businesses were capable of achieving. But the trade-off for these new resources was that authentic connection with the people that we serve. And without that connection factor, businesses become commodities, just a name and a price tag. So the dilemma businesses face today is how to preserve that sense of connection in a digital space. And I believe that the answer to that problem is video. At NewLine Media, my goal is to help you take your influence, your passion, your spirit, your essence, and make it available to anyone, at any time, no matter where they are. When the power of video is truly harnessed, it can become so much more than just a flashy way to promote yourself. Video can help your business build trust in those you serve or want to serve. It can build familiarity. It provides information and education, and most of all, it can pull your customer into your space for a few moments and give them a taste of what working with you would be like. It provides them with that in-house connection experience, no matter where they are. And that is what I focus on, because it's all about making a connection. So if you're a business owner who's ready to shift gears and unbind yourself using video as the business asset that it should be, then go to my site and submit a request to work with me. if I think I'm going to be the best fit for you, then I will reach out and we will schedule a time to meet.
Here we are.
Wow.
He did it. He did it.
He's running the show from his phone, so look
From
out.
this side of the camera. This guy can do anything.
That's right. Oh, by the way, it's a little brighter behind us. When he comes to the set, he remembers, I better turn on the light.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Once I have to add a new element to the production, it throws everything else out of my head.
Wow.
And I have to re-sequence in my head everything on my checklist.
Yeah.
Well, beautiful background you got there for us. What is that?
That is the
Idaho.
Darby. That is the Darby Wind Cave.
Oh, wow.
That's my favorite hike.
That is a great hike.
Have done that. It's terrifying for me because I don't like heights, and I was up there with all these little 12-year-old little girls, and they're just jumping around like billy goats, and I was like, ladies, please, let's either go up or down, but what you're doing right now is freaking me out.
Yes, it is.
So that is
beautiful,
typical stuff of Idaho, right?
Yes.
So,
I guess this spot, the end of the trail, is technically not in Idaho. It's in Wyoming, I believe.
yeah, if you were to go
But
through
the trailhead is in Idaho. I think you cross the
Oh,
state line, if
okay.
I remember right.
It could be. Well, we're still counting
Yeah.
because you start in Idaho. But you got into video just as a side hustle. Is that right? And then COVID hits and all of a sudden you're jobless and you got to figure out something to work. Or just kind of tell the story of how NewLine Media just got going.
That's for the most part, right? I've always wanted to do video, and I did video just as like fun projects in high school, and then when I got to college and realized that they actually had whole programs around video production, I switched my major into communications with an emphasis in video production, more so because I was not a great student in high school, and I figured that would be my best chance of graduating at all.
Yeah.
With any kind of degree, as if I actually did something I loved doing and had fun doing.
Yeah.
But even until the day I graduated, I wasn't positive is this something that I could do full time without needing to move to Utah or Los Angeles or one of the big places. And I'm not a big city person.
Yeah.
Was fortunate enough a year after graduating to land a full-time video production job in the East Idaho area. And I did that for 3 years up until COVID hit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna mess around here. I'm gonna switch things out. He's got his phone
No touching. No touching.
Running everything. Camera A, camera B. Man, I'm gonna. If all of a sudden we go blank, it's because I've been starting to hit things on his phone. So, so very good. So COVID came around, and then what happened at that point?
At that point, like I'd say a week before COVID, where I was doing full-time video production for an outfit here in East Idaho, but I was doing a lot of side hustle stuff because the job I had was kind of doing the same productions over and over, the same kind of output, and I wanted to stretch myself. I wanted to learn new types of video production. So I was taking on kind of side clients, and I had kind of built up a good pool of side hustle clients, and I was really entertaining the idea of doing transitioning into full self-employment, but it wasn't something that I think I was ever going to actually get myself to take that plunge. COVID took that plunge for me. COVID pushed me off the diving board.
Well, because you became unemployed too, though, right? Is that what was really the biggest push of it?
I found myself unemployed in a situation where nobody was hiring, so I couldn't get another job if I wanted to. And I had all of this like side hustle work. Plus, the last side hustle job I took was building a online course for a CPA here in town on how all the fundamental blueprints on how to start your own business. So I had all this free education on how to do it.
Oh, that's good.
So I kind of looked at this and thought there's never going to be a better time for me to try this.
This was destiny. You threw it out there and the universe said, all right, you just watch out what you wish for. You just might get it, right? So
I got it.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, we're glad you did.
Yeah.
So from that became NewLine Media. So give kind of a summary of all of the different aspects of the work that you. We're gonna just turn it over to you and tell people what it is that NewLine Media focuses on.
I get asked that a lot, and it's kind of it feels like a big umbrella question. It's sometimes hard for me to explain, and that's why I love doing video stuff, because that's probably answering the question in itself. I find that in my networking groups and talking with other business owners, they have trouble sometimes explaining what it is they do, especially more innovative companies that do things that haven't been done before. It can be hard to convey that vision to people, what this product or the service is that they provide. And the best way to do that is to show them. I think it was, I'm drawing a blank, but the guy who created all the Mac products, Steve Jobs, had a quote, and it's on one of my landing pages that sometimes people, I'm going to butcher this, but you need to show them. They don't know what they want until you show them.
Yeah.
Is essentially what he said. So, and video is the best way to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, and a lot of, I mean, in the social media range, let alone the websites, but in a lot of the social media range with the upbound of TikTok and Instagram and let alone Facebook, all of them are kind of combining a lot now. But video is the way. I mean, YouTube, TikTok. I mean, video is what it's all about right now.
Video, like, as business owners, you know that the key to any successful business is building the know, like, and the trust.
Yeah.
And video is one of the most efficient ways to do that, because you can, like, we just came from a networking chamber luncheon where people got up in front of the room and they gave a little elevator spiel on what they do, which is awesome for everybody who is hearing it in that room. But if somebody was videoing that and put it on Facebook or YouTube, then it's essentially cloning yourself, and you vicariously are continuing to give that message to people in what I call an omnipresent space 24 hours a day, even when you clock out at the end of the day.
Yeah. So you get after it. You've done some cool stuff. Other than working with Brian and I, what's your favorite project that you've been on?
I think that,
I know where the answer to this.
Yeah,
right to Greece.
I feel obligated to give the answer
Yeah.
of Greece. It's been mentioned a couple of times
Yeah.
on this show, an embarrassing amount of times.
Yeah.
You guys have mentioned that, and that's honestly boils down to why I love what I do so much, because it's never the same thing twice. People, potential clients will always ask if can you do this kind of work, or have you done? That's the question. Have you done this kind of work? I'd say 7 times out of 10, I have to tell them I have not done that kind of work.
I would say
because
yes
it's
to
always
that,
something
but,
different. I've rarely done the same kind of video twice because I want it to be customized to the needs of the client.
Yeah.
Sometimes it involves travel, and it put me in Greece a year ago.
Yeah.
And that was a really kind of disorienting thing for me, that not the money that I paid to sign up for this retreat, like everybody else in the group, but my skill set and my services that I offer is what put me there. And that was a whole different dynamic for me.
Well, event to promotion. I mean, I think it was last weekend or the weekend before, but we're up to the snowmobile show at Rexburg Motorsports, and you're going around doing the videoing and stuff. So give it kind of a scope of, I mean, like the ad that people see every other week or so on here for the Innovation Center. He put that together. What was the 60, 90-second video that talks about what the Innovation Center does. I know you've done them for the dance, for Eagle Rock Dance, and other companies. Kind of talk to them about what it is that you like to do and how you can promote it and how companies can benefit from it.
I think that I'm going to switch to me now.
I'll switch back.
This
is how fun this is. We can just hit buttons here.
I'll just hand you the camera.
Yeah,
So
really.
that's one less thing I have to have my mind on. I believe there's 2 different types of really advertising at all, but for the sake of this conversation, video advertising. There's the inbound videos and the outbound videos. People like to spend a lot of their time or their resources in hiring videographers to create outbound marketing that they can put on their websites, on their social media, things that can help build that attraction in their company, which is awesome, and that's something that I love to do for people. What I try to make sure people are aware of, though, is what is your ideal customer what are they going to find when they get to your website? What's going to be waiting for them on their website? Is it going to be just pages and pages of text telling them who we're about, what services we offer, our testimonials? In today's today's world of short attention spans, that's not going to hold a lot of people's attention. So I also try to heavily focus and recommend the inbound videos. What are people going to see when they do come to your online presence, as far as something right on the homepage, a about me video business card type deal, as well as videos that describe the processes of their services or the different packages that they offer, all the way up until the point of sale where they actually make that decision to do business with them.
We've added that video onto our website, so at the Innovation Center, and so they'll right as they come onto our website, they can click onto that and watch the video. So they have a video. So I can tell you, it keeps people on the website when you do things like that.
So then you do this for companies, but you also have passion projects to construction channel. Why do you do that? What is it? You get a walk around and they just let you on sites with a hard hat and a drone and there you go? Or what exactly is it?
They usually let me on site.
Yeah.
There have been a couple of times where like contractors aren't always the most comfortable guys in front of cameras,
Yeah.
and they get really skittish about what's the word? HIPAA, I think is what it is. Their code of ethics, like they want to make sure that nothing gets caught on camera, that's something that shouldn't have been there.
More OSHA probably.
OSHA, that's the word.
OSHA doesn't catch them doing something wrong.
I don't think HIPAA's in the construction field. So
Same thing, different field.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I've had a good time getting in contact with people. My big project that's coming up to a close here soon has been the Mountain America Center, where I've had the opportunity to be on site once a month for the last 15, 16 months now, just giving updates, progress reports on.
How do people see those, by the way?
Mainly on our YouTube page, Construction Business TV. If you pull up on your YouTube, Construction Business TV, you should see this on any of the thumbnails.
Yep.
And we do once a month up until we're going to be opening, as you mentioned, we're going to be opening the Mountain America Center at the end of this month.
The end of November, we're actually going to broadcast live a show out there with the guy that's kind of helped put that together, Rob Spears.
Yeah, he's great.
Yep.
Rob's great.
And so I've been heavily doing into that project, as well as other road construction, other building projects that are going on around the East Idaho area. And that's mostly been more of a public service, helping to get my face out, as well as creating this this resource for this underserved niche in news journalism. People don't talk, the local news stations don't talk a lot about the construction projects unless they're big projects like the Mountain America Center.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, it's work that you do, I have to say, is just absolutely quality. The producing of this show, I mean, you do this for multiple people, and then you do your video work. So how can people find you?
The best, Camera B.
Camera B, there you go.
I think the best way, like I've got Facebook, NewLine Media on Facebook. I've also got an Instagram page as well. I haven't taken the time to put together a website yet, but Facebook's probably the best way to get a hold of me.
Very good. Well, kind of give people some of the, you don't have to mention names of some of the companies you've worked with, but what is it that you go in and what does some of your packages include? What is it that what is the ending result of what people are going to get?
Okay. I think like I said, I try to do things very uniquely and customized with everybody. So it's hard for me to put together a package, but the process that I go through with all of my potential or current clients is usually the same. They'll reach out to me. I'll send them through email. I'll send them what's called a discovery form, where it's like takes 2 minutes to fill out this form. It's a little bit of information on them and where they are as a company. Gives me a chance to kind of get an idea of where they currently are, so that if I feel like we're going to be the best fit for each other and I set up a time to actually meet with them in person, I've already got a basic understanding of who they are, so that we don't have to waste that in-person time with the get-to-know-you questions. I can make the most out of our time together, because business owners' times are valuable.
Yeah. You can accommodate the package to be them. So you can customize a package. If they're a small mom and pop type business, you'll have a package for them. or if a big company, say Mel Luca, happens to call you, you can have a package that you could go to them.
Yep. What's the word? I guess I just say again, if it turns out to be a good fit, I'm not the best fit for everybody.
Yeah.
And there have been times where we've had sit down meetings where we decided like this may not work. And I actually have people in my network that do videography as well that I can refer them to if I don't feel like I would be the best solution to the problem.
Yeah.
Very good. That's the kind of businessman that I like to do business with, that he's not afraid to pass on the business to other people. So tell anybody else about what NewLine, kind of sum up what everything that NewLine Media does. It's a generic question, dude.
Well, I guess one thing that I'll say, like you posted your thing on Facebook about this show yesterday. You made a post and used the word magic, and that word, people have used that word on my work before. I don't want to say it to brag about it, but I've heard that described as a descriptive word toward what I do before. And what it serves as a callback to me is probably one of the first things I ever wanted to do as a kid was be a magician. And I think that I feel like I'm still fulfilling that need, because I think the underlying need behind wanting to be a magician is that I loved the idea of presenting something that went against what people's perception of reality was.
Yeah.
And in video production, the only limitation is your imagination. When you really dig into the technical aspects of what the software can do, like it can be as much as what you see on Hollywood movies like Star Wars. Like it's incredible what you can build. And those are the things that stick in people's minds. So if you can apply that to business, advertisements, business marketing, that preserves a special place in people's minds for your name and your brand.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing where it's come from back when you first probably started getting into video, and now how people can shoot movies from their phone almost. I mean, really pretty amazing stuff. So.
And a lot of my projects I shoot from my phone.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say that too loud, but
Well, the quality,
the end product is the same, so it doesn't really matter so much what products, what equipment I use.
Yeah. Very good. I'd like to talk about, we asked them to fill out a little survey when they're going to be a guest on the show, and some of his key factors of success: persistence, resilience, self-care, and faith. And then some other things that he says, I still feel like I'm learning all this myself. I never considered myself an entrepreneur, let alone a business owner. I take it day by day and hope for the best. But for me, the best decision I made for my business was to be joining networking groups. And we did, like he said, we just went to lunch, and he's part of another network called Business Networking Group of Idaho Falls. You can find him on Facebook. He's a faithful attender of that. And I have been self-employed for a year before I joined my first networking group, and it was a long, lonely, and depressing year. My job is spent mostly at the computer, and I needed social component, and this is this networking opportunity. So I encourage you. That's great advice for businesses, that you got to be out there, whether it's at a chamber, B&I group, a BNG, whatever it is.
RiseX is another one.
It is
right?
RiseX, absolutely. Ryan's got a great thing going on there, and it is that you, and I'm going to go on here, but equally as important, set big goals for yourself. Then set micro goals, and be sure you reward yourself when you reach them. And that's absolutely great advice that you've given to other entrepreneurs out there. So
Rewarding yourself is crucial. I land a big contract for a multi-video project. Okay, how am I going to reward myself so that I can have that association with the success, so that I begin seeking it more.
Very good. Well, he does great videography work. I encourage you to find him on Facebook, NewLine Media, and absolutely phenomenal the work that he does. I remember a client called me one day and said, "Hey, I need to have a video done," and I set him up, and like within 48 hours, I think you turned around that video for that client. Absolutely amazing work and the client was just so blown away in the work that you had done there. So absolutely phenomenal. Anything else you want the audience to know about NewLine Media?
I just love what I do. I have a passion for doing video work. Like I said, it was the only thing that I think could have got me through college, but I love the time. I love the things I got to learn in college. I love that this is a field that I'm continuously learning new things. There's no limit to trying new things. This is a new thing that I've never done before.
Yeah.
And it's always keeping me on my toes. I love it.
Yeah.
And I love producing work to help other people. I love being in a networking group of people, as I said at the beginning, people who have a passion for what they do, but they may struggle in their voice to communicate what it is that they do. And I believe the video can make up the difference.
Yeah. Very good.
Very
Awesome.
good. NewLine Media, encourage you to look them up. And if you need any videography work, check Tyson out. I've known Tyson for about 20 years now.
About that.
And we go back to living in the same neighborhood, but absolutely a great kid. I'll call him a kid because that's what I knew him when I back then. So he's still a kid in my eye, but doing a great business with.
You're still an old man in my eyes.
Oh man, that one hurt.
Ouch.
Man, I'm putting
Truth
you up on a
hurts.
pedestal, and then you
Truth
put me,
hurts.
slam me down.
Truth hurts.
There you go. So very good. We'll check out NewLine Media, and we appreciate you being here and the work that you do for us each and
Every week.
single week.
Yeah.
So good.
Thank you.
Good. Well, we're gonna transition into training here at the end, and then we're gonna give away.
He should probably explain it.
Tell them what you're gonna give away.
I think when you kept talking up on social media that this was going to be something huge.
That's right.
Yeah.
Before I even realized.
I guarantee it's worth it more than what we had. One person step to the plate with $100,
Yeah.
and I guarantee this package that he's going to give away is way worth more than $100. So
I think what I just want to do is, if anybody is interested in this, I want to do kind of just a mini, what I would call a video business card, a mini video business card. What that is that I come to your office, I spend a couple of hours during the day to do a little interview with you, recorded interview, record some of the things that go on in your space, your workspace, and piece that all together and put together a polished piece of content that you can put wherever you want to put it, ideally something that you would want to put on your homepage of your social media, your website, your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Just
I
something they
guarantee he's not going to tell you what the package, but I guarantee that's probably a $500 package. So
Better.
So absolutely a great gift. You got to stay tuned. We're gonna give it. I've got a great trivia question. We're gonna ask at the end of after we do this before we watch a great little video on Google. Talk to us about this. Let's back up a little bit. Can you go to your quote? We We got to do the quote.
Okay, I thought we were going to skip the quote.
Yeah, we know. I almost forgot it. So tell us about this quote.
Yeah, when you asked for a quote, this was the first one that came to mind. It's gotten me through a lot of the earlier points in my entrepreneurship. I didn't come this far to only come this far. I'm sure any entrepreneur is going to resonate when I say there's obviously times where you don't know if you can or even want to keep doing what you're doing, and 9 to 5 starts to look a little bit appealing. And I just remind myself that I didn't come this far to only come this far. I think that we're built as humans. We're built to do things much bigger than ourselves. And I've gone so far down the rabbit hole of entrepreneurship that at the end of that cycle of kind of depression and wanting to go back to a 9 to 5, I just remind myself I don't think I could do that even if I wanted to. I've too far into this. I don't think I could mentally pull myself out of that mindset ever again.
Collecting aluminum cans on the road before.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you, Tyson, for that. That quote really fits for you. So, absolutely great. Let's do a little bit of training on Google. Why do people want Google reviews? Why do they need them? Do they need them?
Yeah, they do, because it's real people telling other people that just either go here or no, don't. Right. So,
yeah, and the thing I like about it is that it's truth. It's you can't take down if someone gives you a 1-star review.
Yeah.
If you earned it, it's there, and you can counteract it with responding to it, which is one of the key things that we're going to go through. But that's all you can do. But it's a real snapshot of what your business is. And the video that you're going to watch after this is it's absolutely, it's got some great points of how important it is to be in what's called the money area of things that you need to do to get rated good with Google. That's what the video is going to be all about. So let's go through this. What's some advantages of doing Google reviews? I'll start it off. Increase brand trust. The more reviews you have, the more they trust your business, period. That's it.
Yeah. And then it goes into number 2, because that will increase. The more views and interactions that you get, the more Google starts to say, hey, this is a good solution for anyone that Googles whatever.
Very good. Increased online exposure and local SEO. It's Google changes their algorithms of how you get ranked and stuff, so they're never going to be the same. So there's not a magical solution,
No.
but Google reviews definitely helps, and you'll see that in the video that's after here. Feedback loop. Respond to them. It's crucial. Any business that I see, when I go through and read them, if the owners of the business have not responded to the reviews, they're missing out. It actually gets you ranked higher if you do that.
Yeah, and it's a must. Like when everyone gives you a 5-star, that's an easy review to respond to. But when you get a 1-star with a bunch of comments, whether they be accurate or not, that was the person's perception. You need to go in underneath that and have a professional response. I get 1-star reviews occasionally, not very often, but it happens. Yeah. And it's not about arguing with me. It's just about, you know what, I'm sorry that was your experience. My name's Tyler Price. This is my cell phone number. And I put that right in the review because I want to solve the problem. And I will say, I think not all 1-star reviews are very accurate. I think that it can be anybody doing it.
I have a great example. Anyway. I went to, I think we were in Minnesota at a conference, me and my wife, and we were in it's a franchised name restaurant, and you can look on my Google reviews and see it, but I left them a 1-star, but I left pictures how dirty it was in there, and we're talking major franchise restaurant, and I put pictures on there that validated it, and it's one of my highest rated reviews that I've ever done. I've done quite a few reviews. I love to do them, but I love to validate it with a picture. Either a picture of the goodness of the food or else the bad of what this one was. It was literally disgusting how the garbage was stacked so deep in the restaurant that it was literally sickening for a very good restaurant. But you gotta respond to them. Improve click-through rates to the website. People are going to check you out if you have good reviews and you convert more customers. So absolutely if you do not focus on reviews in your business, you're missing out. Yeah. I tell every business owner, the first thing you got to do is get 10 reviews in your business. That will get you found on Google.
And Google encourages you to ask your clients for reviews, whereas Yelp, I'm not a big fan, I'll just say, but Yelp does not. And I think, anyway, is you can create a link and thanking the clients for coming in and having the experience. And here's a link if you'd like to leave us a review. Because I want to hear it. If we got trash piled up, I can fix that. Yep. But if I don't know, then I can't fix it. Yep. So I'll take that 1-star review to fix it.
Exactly. So you got to focus on Google reviews in your business. We hope that you'll take that advice and get to it. So question is now, can you put my cell phone number up on the screen?
Yep.
Wow. Can do all that? Maybe. There it is. Wow. He's doing all that.
This guy is magic.
I tell you what. So I've got a trivia question that I came up with that deals with Tyson. He said that his favorite project that he's done is he traveled to some foreign country.
Hold on. Group. Other than working with us. We're number one. This is number 2. Probably.
Yeah, we'll give it that. But when he went on a trip, went to a foreign country, if you can text me that, your business is going to get this amazing package that he'll come out and do it.
I'm texting just in case I.
There you go. See if we got a few coming in, but I'm not sure they're answering it right. So right. What country did Tyson go to do this project? You might have to look at NewLine Media and see where he went. A year ago, right now, it was about a month ago, so about 13 months ago, I think, last October. Right?
Yeah.
So, they have to spell the country correct.
They do.
Okay, there we go.
I misspell it all the time.
No, I spelled it right. That's why I said they had to spell it right.
Yep, absolutely phenomenal work that he does. So if you want to win that, we got a video here. This is I don't like to usually show about 6-minute videos, but this is a guy that has some great points about Google reviews. So I encourage you to watch this 6-minute video. It's got some golden bits of information of how you can be better found on Google. So that's it. Next week, oh man, talk about the guest we have next week.
Yes. The guy that's done really well, started in humble beginnings and has done very, very well for himself. And
one of the biggest
trucking
companies in town, Super T Transport. We got Treasure will be here next week. He's the CEO of an absolutely phenomenal growing company. He's going to talk about, he was recently acquired, and we're going to talk all about that. But Super T Transport, Heath Treasure will be here next week. That's exciting. In fact,
a good time.
We've got the next 6 or 7 weeks completely booked, and we have some big names coming in here. So you got to stay tuned to Talkin-Business. We've got some big shows coming up to round out 2022. Watch this video about Google, and then we'll see everybody on Talkin-Business next week. Thanks, everybody.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey Kirk. This past week I was networking with some business owners, and someone asked, are Google reviews important? Well, let me start out with an interesting statistic that I read in a report by Forbes. It said 90% of consumers read online reviews before visiting a business. As you know, people are going online and they're searching for providers who can solve their problems. Whether that means they're hungry for pizza, or they need a plumber to fix their leaking water heater, or they need exactly what you have to offer. How does Google know which businesses it should feature? And by feature, I mean put in that part of the search results that is most prominent. Well, think about when you've done a search recently. There are often 3 parts of the search results. There are the ads, which most often appear at the top. There are 10 traditional organic search results, and there's the map section. Only 3 businesses show up in the map section. Appearing in this part of the search results is so powerful that I call it the money zone. To compete online, a business must appear in the money zone. Trust me, this is the best part of the search results for your business to appear in. You definitely want your business in the money zone. So when I talk about Google featuring businesses, it's this money zone section that I'm talking about. By being in the money zone, your search listing has a link to your website, it has your business phone number, it has your hours of operations, it even has directions to your location that someone can use their GPS and navigate there. And it contains up to 5 stars for your rating and shows how many Google reviews you've already obtained. Now, assuming your business is qualified to appear in the money zone, then you need a constant stream of high quality Google reviews to get your business showing up in that spot consistently. And this is important because another statistic says 84% of people trust online reviews as much as a personal reference. Can you imagine that? We all know that personal word-of-mouth references are the strongest type of referral. When someone you trust recommends a business, you believe them and you feel comfortable. And this report says 84% of people trust online reviews as much as a personal reference. Wow, that means Google is really your friend when they display those high-quality reviews. So I can explain the importance, and I can give you the statistics that prove that importance, but I think you can come to your own conclusion that I'm telling the truth with a very quick example. Let's take a look at a real search so you can see the power of reviews yourself. This is the question I want you to consider. Which of the 3 businesses appearing in the money zone that I'm about to show you wins? This is a screenshot of plumbers. Let me zoom in for you. What stands out about these? If you know nothing else about these businesses, which one are you most likely to call? Plumber number 1, 2, or 3? The first one, Best Price Plumbing, says they have the best price, but they do not have the best reviews. At the time of this screenshot, they only had 6 reviews and an average score of 3.3. They may be showing in the top position in the money zone, but that doesn't matter because anyone who sees this will look at all 3 spots. The entire grid is the money zone. In the second position, we see Schoenwalder Plumbing. They have a 4.7 rating with 112 reviews. And Quick Fix Plumbing has a 4.6 rating with 43 reviews. Now, Quick Fix Plumbing is doing pretty good, but Schoenwalder is strong. Schoenwalder has many more reviews and a slightly higher average. So if you said number 2, you made the same choice as most people. Yes, someone might pick one of the other 2 because of their name or location, but if you only have time to make one call, it would most likely be to Schoenwalder simply based on the power of their reviews. Are you following me? Does this make sense? So back to the question, why are Google reviews important? It's really pretty simple. In order to get new clients who are searching for your business online or what you do online, it's just not good enough to show up in the regular search results anymore. Your business must show up in the money zone and use reviews to differentiate your business from your competition. According to Bright Local, across every age group, those who read reviews are doing so far more regularly, with 1/3 of consumers searching for local businesses every single day. And even more consumers told us that they always read online reviews, including a huge 93% of consumers aged 35 to 54. Do you have prospects who fit into that 35 to 54 age demographic? What about the younger generation that's even more connected online? If so, can you now see how important it is to get Google reviews? I hope you found this helpful. If so, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you need help getting your business qualified to show up in the map section, or you would like to learn a simple way to get consistent 4- and 5-star reviews, then join me on my next free webinar by going to upatdawn.biz/webinar or click the link below. When you join me on this webinar, you're also going to see the 3 easy steps to get prospects calling without having to spend any money on search engine optimization. I hope to see you there.